In the heart of the ancient village of Imoni, nestled between the whispering baobab trees and the winding river that carried secrets from the mountains, lived a young girl named Amina. She was just 12 summers old, with eyes like polished ebony and a spirit as fierce as the harmattan winds. But Amina was alone in the world. Her parents had been taken by a fever that swept through the land like a thief in the night. The villagers whispered that she was cursed, for misfortune seemed to follow her wherever she went. Her uncle, Kofi, a greedy man with a heart as hard as sun-baked clay, had taken her in. But he saw her not as family, but as a burden. "Why should I feed another mouth when my own children go hungry?" he grumbled to his wife, Nola, who nodded in agreement, her eyes cold and unfeeling. They plotted in the shadows of their hut, deciding that the forest, the vast, untamed wilderness where spirits roamed and beasts lurked, would claim her. "No one will know," Kofi said with a sly smile. "The ancestors have forgotten her." One moonless night, as the village drums fell silent, Kofi woke Amina from her sleep. "Come, child," he said, his voice laced with false kindness. "We must gather herbs before dawn." Amina, trusting as a fawn, followed him into the darkness, her small hand clutching a woven basket. The path twisted deeper into the forest, where the trees grew so thick they blocked out the stars. Hours passed, and Amina's legs ached, but she said nothing, fearing her uncle's temper. Suddenly, Kofi stopped. "Wait here," he commanded. "I hear a stream ahead. I'll fetch water." He vanished into the underbrush, his footsteps fading like a dying echo. Amina called out, her voice trembling. "Uncle! Uncle Kofi!" But only the rustle of leaves answered. Panic rose in her chest as the first light of dawn pierced the canopy. She was alone, abandoned. The forest was alive with dangers. Vines snaked across the ground like hidden traps, and the distant roar of a lion sent shivers down her spine. Amina wandered, her bare feet bleeding from thorns, her stomach growling like a caged beast. "Mama, Papa," she whispered, tears carving paths down her dust-streaked face. "Why have you left me?" She remembered her mother's stories of the ancestors, guardian spirits who watched over their kin from the realm beyond. But where were they now? As the sun climbed higher, Amina stumbled upon a clearing ringed by ancient stones, etched with symbols that glowed faintly in the light. Exhausted, she collapsed beside a gnarled tree, its roots twisting like the fingers of an elder. Hunger clawed at her, and thirst burned her throat. She closed her eyes, drifting into a fitful sleep, dreaming of shadowy figures circling her, their voices a murmur like wind through reeds. When she awoke, the air had grown thick and heavy. A mist rolled in, unnatural for the midday heat. From the fog emerged shapes, ethereal forms that shimmered like heat waves over the savannah. Were they ghosts? Amina's heart pounded as one figure drew closer, a woman with features like her mother's, draped in flowing Kent cloth that seemed woven from starlight. "Child of our blood," the spirit whispered, her voice echoing in Amina's mind. "We have not forgotten." But the spirits did not reveal themselves fully yet. Instead, they guided her subtly, a sudden breeze leading her to a cluster of wild berries, ripe and safe to eat, a flock of birds scattering to reveal a hidden spring where cool water bubbled from the earth. Amina drank deeply, her strength returning, but fear lingered. "Is this real?" she wondered, glancing over her shoulder as if expecting Kofi to return. Night fell again, and with it came the howls of hyenas, circling closer. Amina huddled against the tree, her small body trembling. In the darkness, she heard whispers, ancestral voices recounting tales of her lineage, of brave warriors and wise healers who had faced greater perils. Back in the village, Kofi and Nola feigned grief. The child wandered off, Kofi told the elders, his eyes downcast. "We searched, but the forest swallowed her." The villagers mourned briefly, but life continued, the women pounding yams, the men tending fields. Yet strange things began to happen. That very night, Kofi's hut filled with an eerie chill, and shadows danced on the walls without firelight. Nola screamed as invisible hands tugged at her skirts, whispering accusations in her ear: betrayer, thief of kin. Kofi dismissed it as wind, but unease spread. The next day, his crops withered overnight, turning black as if scorched by an unseen flame. The river, once bountiful, yielded no fish for his nets. Whispers grew among the villagers: the ancestors are angry. What have you done, Kofi? He laughed it off, but sleep evaded him. In his dreams, he saw Amina, not lost, but surrounded by glowing figures, their eyes burning with judgment. Meanwhile, in the forest, Amina's trials intensified. A storm brewed, thunder rumbling like the drums of war. Rain lashed down, turning the ground to mud. She sought shelter under a massive baobab, but as lightning cracked the sky, a pack of wild dogs emerged from the gloom, their eyes gleaming with hunger. Amina backed against the trunk, her breath coming in gasps. "Help me," she pleaded to the air. And then, the spirits rose. The mist thickened, and the ancestral forms solidified, warriors with spears of light, elders with staffs that commanded the elements. The lead spirit, Amina's grandmother in life, stepped forward. "No harm shall befall our daughter," she declared, her voice booming like thunder. The dogs yelped and fled as gusts of wind hurled them back. The storm parted around Amina, leaving her dry while the forest raged. But the true battle was yet to come. The spirits revealed the truth to Amina in visions: her uncle's greed, how he had stolen her parents' land after their death, abandoning her to claim it all. Rage and sorrow welled in her heart. "They must pay," she whispered, but the spirits shook their heads. "Justice, not vengeance," they counseled. "We will guide you home." As days blurred into one another, Amina losing count, perhaps 3 or 4 now, the spirits taught her secrets of the forest, herbs to heal wounds, songs to calm beasts. She grew bolder, her fear turning to resolve. But suspense hung heavy: would she survive the perils ahead? A cobra slithered near her resting spot one evening, its hood flaring. Amina froze, her pulse racing. The spirits intervened again, a ethereal hand diverting the snake's path. "Not yet," they murmured. "Your story is not done." In the village, Kofi's world unraveled. His children fell ill with a mysterious fever, mirroring the one that took Amina's parents. Nola's dreams turned to nightmares of accusing eyes. The elders convened, sensing the unrest. "The spirits demand truth," the village shaman declared, throwing bones that pointed accusingly at Kofi. "Cornered," he confessed in a panic, "I left her to die." Outrage swept the village like a bushfire. But before they could act, a greater force stirred. That night, as Kofi cowered in his hut, the ancestors descended in full fury. Winds howled, uprooting roofs, shadows coalesced into forms that pinned him down. "You have betrayed the bloodline," they roared. Kofi screamed as visions of his crimes played before him, reliving the abandonment, feeling Amina's terror as his own. Nola wept, begging forgiveness. The spirit's assault was relentless but measured, not to kill, but to break the hardness in their hearts. Kofi clawed at the ground, promising restitution. As dawn broke, the turmoil ceased, leaving him shattered and repentant. Guided by the ancestors, Amina emerged from the forest days later, her steps sure, her eyes wise beyond her years. The villagers gasped as she approached, unharmed and radiant. Kofi fell to his knees before her. "Forgive me, niece," he begged, tears streaming. "The land is yours. I was blind." Amina, her heart softened by the spirit's teachings, extended a hand. "The ancestors have spoken," she said softly. "We heal as one." The village rejoiced, honoring her as a bridge between worlds. From that day, Amina led with compassion, sharing the forest secrets and the ancestors' wisdom. And those scars remained, the bond of kin was mended, a testament to the enduring watch of those who came before. In Imoni, they still tell her tale around the fires, a reminder that no child is truly alone, and that the spirits of the ancestors will always fight back for their own.